Comics on location.
Hey, welcome to another Comics on Location. We're in London along the Thames. We're going to be checking out some nautical and maritime stuff here along the Thames. We're going to check out at least 4 boats along the way, maybe more. Anyway, first of all, we're up here at the HMS Belfast. You can see it there in the distance. Seems to be a huge cruise ship next to it. Don't know if that's always there, I doubt it. I'm guessing it's just moored there for a while. But let's I'm not sure if we're going to go on it today or not, but we will get some film of it though. So I'm not sure if we're going to go on board today because we've got a couple of other places we've got to go that cost money. So maybe we'll just film this from the outside. But this is a ship that saw service, I believe, in World War II. I think it was to get decommissioned in the 60s, I believe, and turned into a floating museum. It's part of the Maritime Museum now, I believe. I'm not sure what the big boat behind it is, but you get 2 boats for the price of 1 in this video, or even more than that, because after this we're going to, I'll tell you now, we're going to go to the Golden Hind, which is an old not medieval, but it's an old boat, 1600 something like that. I think it's the one that, was it Francis Drake that had the Golden Hind, or was it the other fella? What's the other fella's name? I've forgotten, but we'll find out when we get there. I think that's the one they fought. Is that either the one he fought the Spanish in, or the one that was they went to America and discovered potatoes? Port Riley, Francis Drake. I think it was Drake's boat. Anyway, this is the HMS Belfast. I could give you some more information, like over the top, but I probably won't bother because these videos don't get enough views to make it worth my effort. To be honest, it's like I get 40 views, whatever. It's like, what's the point of trying hard with them? But I will show you some comic books later. I have got a load of comic books with me related to boats and ships. Look at the guns on the side there. Yeah, Imperial War Museum, which I'll definitely visit at some point. Show some war comics. 9 decks to explore. You climb to the flag deck. There's a cafe on there as well. I bet they had a cafe back in the day. Let's see how much it is. Over there you've got, in the background, Tower Bridge, of course. Now I went to Tower Bridge just a couple of days ago when I looked at the Spanish galleon Andalusia. I wanted to put that as part of this video, but because it was moving, the Andalusia was only there for like another day before it moved, so I had to do that as a separate video. Right, here's our next nautical stop. It's the Golden Hind. St Mary's ovary stock from the 16th century stock. I think a hind is a female deer, isn't it? I believe so anyway. Could be wrong. There's a lot of work being done next to it. It's dry dock anyway. So let's read this. In 1577, the Golden Hind set sail from Plymouth, captured by Francis Drake. His mission was to sail to the Pacific, explore new territories and raid Spanish colonies and shipping. Nearly 3 years later, the Golden Hind arrived back in England laden with valuable cargo, having cemented her place in history as the first English ship to circumnavigate the world. Drake was knighted for successes and continued to play a key role in English maritime history. The Golden Hind herself was berthed in a dry dock in Deptford as a museum ship, she was open for public exhibition. Sadly, almost nothing now remains of the original ship, which had succumbed to rot by the mid-1600s. So, this full-scale reconstruction of the Golden Hind was launched in April 1973, commissioned by Golden Hind Limited of San Francisco. She was designed by California naval architect Loring Christian Norgard after years of meticulous research. Built using traditional techniques of J. Hinks and Sons shipyards in Appledore, Devon, she represents a milestone in the history of naval architecture. On the 1st of October 1974, the reconstructed Golden Hind began her first adventure. Since then, she has circumnavigated the globe, completed multiple Atlantic crossings and worked at a museum around the world, sailing over 100,000 miles. Since being invited to St Mary Ovary Dock in 1996, the Golden Hind has served as a museum with a range of programmes, events and performances designed to breathe life into history. Want to know what it's like to sail on a 16th century galleon? Come on board and find out. So there's journeys that she partook in. Still surrounded by scaffold on this side as well as on the other side. Rather small when you think about it. That's not the kind of, not that I'm into sailing around the world anyway, but I don't think I'd want to do it on this little thing if I was going to do it. Alright, so we've paid to come on board the Golden Hind. We've been told to watch our heads because of low beams and to watch our footing because of slippery decks. There's a treasure box. Oh, it's quite slippery getting up this gangplank, babe.
Very careful.
There's a little illustration of when it sailed around the world, I'm guessing. And this part of the ship is called the forecastle. That's a pretty low door. I can get in here without banging my head. I don't mean in a heavy metal way. The rigger. Not sure if you can see that. I can't really see that. It's just telling you about the different implements that are in there. That's for the ropes. Oh, my head's literally, I bent over, my head's literally touching the ceiling. Was this some kind of game they played on board or something? Or was this some kind of directional calculator? It's like a compass. There's a cannon. I suppose it wasn't really a warship though. Although it did attack the Spaniards, I think it said. Can't, Jesus. I know they were short back in them days, but... So where you going? You come down? It's a big old Chest. Sorry? Yeah, I know, I saw them. What about them? Just tell them. Yeah, I saw them over. Well, that was when I came in there about 3 minutes ago. Got mind your head here. Wow. Yeah, well, you've really got to mind your head and be careful of your back when you're bending over as well. Wow, I'm literally bent over in half to get in here. Actually, you can see me bent over to here. There's the ceiling above my head, and I'm kneeling down. So interesting. Imagine these were for loading the cannon. You got a window or a porthole there, I guess you call it, a hatch maybe for a cannon. Are you alright, mate?
Yeah, just keep moving.
We're going to the next one.
Smash it down on the box.
Yeah. Oh, you can lift your head up a little bit more here in the middle. Some writing on there. Lisa's done the sensible thing and sat down on a box. How do you like it, babe? Would you like sailing on this around the world? It's wood, isn't it? Got a crap load of cannons in here. Damn. Heck load of cannons. There's more stairs going up over there, but I want to investigate these stairs going down first, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna try. Wow. They weren't joking about mind your head. Oh. This. I am. This. Oh, babe. Oh. Some gunpowder barrels there, I'm guessing. Wow. Yeah, rebuilt. Is this the medicine box or something? Red blood, yellow bile, black bile and phlegm. Black bile, the Greek for black bile is melancholia. Where depression comes from. Melancholia, black bile is, they used to say if you were depressed you had black bile, which is melancholy. So we're doing this for sleeping quarters. I'm sure you can read that. Born on a farm in Tavistock circa 1540 and raised on the banks of the River Medway, Drake's first voyages to the Americas were as part of slave trading expeditions with his kinsman, the Hawkins family. In 1568, Drake and Sir John Hawkins were attacked by the Spanish in San Juan de Ulua and made a narrow escape. Swearing vengeance, Drake began his career as a pirate. His successful raids on Spanish colonies recommended him to Elizabeth I, who charged him with the task of furthering English interests on the Pacific coast of the Americas. The mission, which almost certainly included unwritten permission to plunder Spanish ships and settlements, was a closely guarded secret so as not to inflame tensions between England and Spain. In 1577, Drake set sail for Plymouth with a small fleet of 5 ships. His flagship, the Pelican, was the only one to make it through the Straits of Magellan and raid the Pacific coast. It was renamed the Golden Hind in honour of its patron, Sir Christopher Hatton. Maybe the Golden Hind was on his crest or something. Rich with Spanish silver and gold, Drake sailed west and became the first English person to circumnavigate the world, returning home in 1580, where he was knighted aboard the Golden Hind at Deptford. Following his circumnavigation, Drake continued to play a key role in establishing him as a maritime power before finally succumbing to dysentery. He was buried at sea in a lead coffin. So somewhere in the sea, there's probably fish nibbling at his remains. Oh, this is the hold. This is where they stored the ship's main storage area for food, drink, equipment and materials. Any captured treasure would have also been kept here. So I'm guessing that's the food, hardtack. Just hard ship's biscuit. God, imagine being at sea for months on end with nothing but blinking weevil encrusted biscuit to eat. What do you reckon that's supposed to be? The kind of food stuff? Is that gunpowder? Is that gunpowder? I'm not too sure. Oh, you can't go through there. So let's have a word of able seaman Lisa. Hello, able seaman Lisa. How are you today?
I'm alright.
There's water dripping down here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to say that on a boat.
Definitely not. Strikes me as being very sensible. We can touch them.
Yeah. Let's check out the main deck.
I'll let you up there. I don't have to have trouble coming down it.
Yeah, can you hold my paper?
I'll wait for you while you're up there.
I think we're not allowed up here. There's nothing saying you can't come up here. Oh. There's the crow's nest up there. I wouldn't fancy climbing up that. Not even when it's on dry land, I wouldn't fancy doing that. But imagine doing it when you're out at sea. Imagine there's any trouble with the ropes up in front there. Would someone have to climb along it to fix the ropes? There you can see the golden hind on the front of it. I missed that earlier on when I came out. There's the golden hind. There's his, that's the back of his head. The head sails were handled here. That's quite high. I feel giddy just turning around. Obviously this tarpaulin here is just to stop people getting rained on. So you'd climb up that. Not for me, thanks. Not for me, thank you very much. Right, coming down here might be a problem. Right, you might have to catch me, babe.
Yeah.
You know what these things are, babe? These little wooden handle things, yeah? That's called a belaying pin, I think. Belaying pin?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if I use it. Do they use it for anything else? Yeah. Do they use it for anything else other than hitting people with, or is it have actual use or just for hitting people?
Well, that's why we've got something coming out.
Ah. Oh, they're all the movies I've seen. They only use them to hit people with. Yeah. So as a way of getting the sails down quickly, you pull that out. I suppose that's that here. Like this is a belaying pin here. So they want this rope out quickly. They pull out the pin. You see the pin here, babe? They pull it out and the rope will be loose.
Yeah.
So that's a quick way of.
I see.
That's the person who steered the ship below here. There's no. I always thought they stood. How do you say it? Steered the ship from the top or something. The films I've seen, they've always got the wheel up the top somewhere, haven't they? So they steer. Is this one? Oh bloody hell!
Yeah, they're watching out from the top.
Yeah.
And they're letting their sails down from up here.
Yeah, I wonder where the steerage is done.
What would this be for?
I'm not sure. It just says that this is where the officers met up and stuff.
Like a meeting room, ballroom.
Yeah. Is that the toilet? There's a bucket there and some holes in this. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, it was worn out. We've actually used that for crapping the bucket and throwing it overboard. I'm not sure. Does it say anything there? Oh no, you're looking at it. Whoop, nearly banged my head again.
This is, I don't know what part this is.
Aye, Captain. Well, I'll give a synopsis. This is just reading the thing. So this is the half deck where only the captain and the officers were allowed and gentlemen were allowed here. And this is the mizzen mast. Only had one sail on it. This would have been the captain's cabin. And above here, the smallest deck on the back of the boat is the poop deck. The poop deck. It's not for pooping over the side of, but it has got a couple of cannon in there. I suppose you could fill the cannon up and fire your poop at the Spanish. That's probably the best thing.
2 swivel guns called bow
You're getting
chasers
dripped on.
used for defence.
Yeah, bow chasers. Bow chasers.
Bow chasers.
Yeah, because it's the bow of the boat, isn't it? The back of the boat is the bow. Yeah. Mind your head. So this is where they steered from. Is it the capstan? Is that called? So I'm surprised they steered from the inside. So they shout out directions here above to the person standing here, and they turn the capstan, I believe it's called. There's the poles that you put inside the gaps in there and turn it with. So that's interesting. The armoury, weapon storage, and the sleeping quarters for officers and gentlemen. The ship was also steered from here using a whipstaff. What's called a whipstaff? Oh, the capstan in the centre was primarily used for raising the anchor. Oh, so it was called the capstan, but that's for raising the anchor, not for steering. So where's the whipstaff then for steering? Rather than ornate chest. Oh, there's some arrows. Some arrows in there. A cloth arrow bag, a kidney pouch for storing equipment and spares, beeswax used to protect and waterproof the bowstring, waxed bowstring, and arrows. So there's some of the weaponry inside. Can we open the others? No, this one's locked. Oh, it's a musket in there, big old musket. Some medieval grenades, or maybe they're tar pots for setting fire to rigging and sails. Let's have a look. Fire pots they're called. A caliver and our arquebus. A 16th century firearm shot. Ballock dagger. That's for stabbing people in the ballocks. Fire pots and a morion, a helmet popularised by Spanish conquistadors. Yeah. Anything to see in these ones? Gaming dice, pewter, I'm guessing, table, isn't the right word? I think that one's locked. Yeah, that one's locked. Right, so this is the officers. But it's leaking through here as well. There's water on the table. There's water on that chair there, so I'm not going to sit on the comfort chair. And I'm not going to sit on this guy's chair either. He's got a key round his neck. I wonder what chest that unlocks. Could it be treasure? So this is the great cabin. Can we read that? Cabin used by officers and gentlemen to socialise, work and drink. The ship's gallery can be... I can't read it properly, too far away. Compass and rope. It's a bit dark, but you can read that. Traverse board for charting their course using a system called dead reckoning. Records the direction and speed. Some clothing in there, but it looks like blankets maybe. Oh, mine's you head here.
Yeah, be careful.
That's very low. No entry, crew only. This is just the other side of the cannons bay that we saw earlier, I think. Yeah, this is the other side of where the cannons were earlier.
Yeah.
So we've been down here before, but we didn't come this far along. And there's another stairway there, but you're not allowed into that stairway, so I'm guessing it's like equipment and stuff. It looks like some tools, like old medieval carpentry tools down at the bottom there. But we're not allowed in there apparently, that's a shame. Let's go back up again. Alright, so that was the Golden Hind. Interesting, it didn't cost too much to get on board, that's for sure. And yeah, nice to see, you know, like bit bad on the old back.
Lots of bending.
Yeah. Didn't bang our heads, fortunately. Anyway, we're off for a little cruise down the river now. The weather is absolutely terrible today. So we're going to wait under here for a bit to see if it stops raining in a bit.
Really nothing about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we were told today was going to be a dry one and tomorrow was going to be rainy, but it looks like the weatherman don't know she is. I've got water on my camera again. So here's a nice old wall we can look at. Alright, so this is the Anchor pub. We saw this when we went to the Clink. They used to have another name back in the day. This is a bear baiting and bull baiting and crap like that here. And I think it used to be a house of prostitution, I believe, back in the day, under a different name. You have to watch our Clink video to find out what it was. We did think about going in here for a pint, but let's go and check out the times of the river boats first. We've got our ticket. We're going to go on the ferry, the pleasure trip ferry. It's going to be like a guided tour, I think. So I'll show you some sights along the Thames. It stopped raining at last. Are you alright, babe?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Here's my cabin mate. Over there. Saw some mudlarkers over the other side earlier. Yeah. No, it's over there, no? Should have filmed that. The boats have pulled in.
Cheers, thanks for your help.
Cheers. Ooh.
Be there shortly. So we'll carry on pointing out some places of interest. So in front of us, above the bridge to the right, dominating London's skyline, the Shard. And the Shard is the tallest office block in Western Europe. It stands at 1,016 feet tall.
It's on the other side, I can't see it. We've seen it plenty of times though.
The next bridge we go beneath is Suffolk Road Bridge, and through the bridge on the right, in the corner, is a very nice, very old riverside pub. It has red window frames and the lights outside, and it's called the Anchor. This pub is over 400 years old. It dates back to 1615. They do say that Shakespeare used to hire the attic of the pub as a dressing room for his actors before performing at the Old Globe Theatre. The original Globe is stood just behind that pub in Park Street. That's a very nice riverside pub, that one. Nice beer garden outside, good atmosphere in the evening. Probably got a singer outside at the night time. It's the Anchor at Belfast. The next bridge we pass under, this is Cannon Street Railway Bridge. And whilst you're in London, if anyone would like to visit the very popular Borough Market. Borough Market is behind the buildings on the right hand side. And for the children on board today, if you look to the right, you'll see a gap in the buildings. Look through the gap, and there is a very old wooden pirate ship. Now, have you all seen the film Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah?
I think it's Golden Hind, isn't it? I'm guessing so.
A pirate ship. That is a replica to Sir Francis Drake's ship, the Golden Hind. Sir Francis Drake was the first Englishman to sail a ship around the world. He done it on a boat identical to that one. That one has sailed the world twice, taking the same route that Drake took. And ahead of us we have London Bridge. The 5th London Bridge that stands here. The first one built by the Romans over 2,000 years ago. The previous London Bridge here, it was sinking into the riverbed. It was taken down, it was sold to an American businessman. The bridge, it was shipped to California, and from California by truck taken to Arizona, where it now stands across a man-made lake called Lake Havasu. That was the old London Bridge. I mentioned to the right we have the Shard of Glass. 1,016 feet tall, and the Shard is home to London's highest viewing platform. It's on the 72nd floor. You get a brilliant view over London, but it does come at a price. To go up there, I believe it does cost £50 each. Now personally, I would recommend the other side of the river. On the left, the tall glass building that gets wider as it goes up. Look to the top, you can see people up there at the moment walking around. That's also a viewing platform. That's called the Sky Garden. Over 100 feet higher than the London Eye, And the best thing about it, it's completely free to go up there. It don't cost anything. There's a bar and restaurants at the top. Definitely worth looking into the Sky Garden. And on the right hand side in the river we have two ships. The cruise ship and the warship. The warship is the HMS Belfast, built in Belfast, Northern Ireland, in the same shipyard that built the Titanic, the Harland and Wolff shipyard. Saw action throughout World War II. She bombed the beaches of Normandy on the D-Day landings 80 years ago. Moored in London as a museum today. And then we have the cruise liner moored alongside the warship. I was off yesterday, it must have arrived yesterday afternoon. We do get lots of cruise liners visiting warships, and they come into London, spend a few nights in the city before going back out to sea. Tower Bridge in front of us. If you look to our right hand side, you will see a round glass building on the right, and that is the City Hall. That's where the Mayor of London has his offices. The Mayor of London is a man called Sadiq Khan, and that's his offices to the right. But where that man really should be is on the left hand side. The Tower of London.
Well, there's an opinion.
And the tower has been many different things, most famously known for its imprisonment, torture and execution. The oldest part of the tower is the White Tower, the one in the middle. It dates back to 1078, built during the reign of William the Conqueror. If you haven't been to the Tower of London, it should definitely be on a list of things to do whilst you're here. Home to the Crown Jewels today. And that's a nice picture of Tower Bridge, the red bus crossing over some of London's most iconic sites. The bridge was opened in 1894, built to blend in with the Tower of London. And I'm sure you are aware that the centre bastions of the bridge, they lift up and open to allow bigger ships into this part of the river. Not many people do realise though, if you look up above them, the two top catwalks above us, look up there, they've been fitted with glass flooring. So look up there, you'll see people standing on the glass. That's called the Tower Bridge experience. I mean, try not to look too carefully. You'll be very surprised what you can see from down here sometimes. That's some eyeballs, believe me. And our next stop on the right of us, Butler's Walk here. I believe some people are leaving us here this stop. Just a bit of ticket information so no one ends up in the wrong place. Anyone on board today with a 1 hour round trip, a Butler's Walk ticket, this is your stop. Change boat here, every 30 minutes there will be a returning boat. Anyone today going to Greenwich, stay on board. Greenwich will we are not professional guides, so we are members of the crew. The commentaries are done by us on a voluntary basis, and that's to hopefully make the trip a little bit more interesting. Now if you did enjoy it, and if you would like to show a token of appreciation, you can as you leave the boat. I'll be standing by the exit holding a silver champagne iceberg. That's our little tip. So feel free to drop something into the bucket for what you may feel quite a few words of love.
See a long market ship in the distance there. That's from Catherine's dock. I went to see the Santa Lucia Spanish galleon, but that's supposed to have gone 3 days ago, so I'm not sure if that's still it or a different one. Andalusia, not Santa Lucia. And most of this stuff I got in my video when I went to that the other day. There's Dixie Queens.
Back on the right, Butler's Walk. That was the largest tea warehouse in Europe. Tea clippings from all over the world would have gone through that building before being distributed across the country. Today, luxury apartments, very expensive. A 2-bedroom apartment in Butler's Wharf would cost a minimum of £3.5 million. Very expensive property in this part of the Thames. Look to the right, to the Creek Way going through the old buildings. That's St Saviour's Dock in Bermondsey. For anyone on board who has seen the musical film Oliver Twist, it was up that Creek Way where Fagin drops the jewels in the mud at the end of the film. Also where Bill Sykes fell to his death. All exactly the same as Dickens' signed-off film on location. And either side of us here we have old Dutch and Thames sailing barges which people have converted into their floating homes. People live on these boats now. A much cheaper alternative to buying property here in London. It has become very popular for people to live on board houseboats up and down the Thames. Coming up on the left-hand side, you'll see a yellow brick building, the name on the side, Oliver's Wharf. There was also a tea warehouse, luxury apartments today, with lots of celebrities who live inside that building. Famous people like Robert De Niro, the singer and actress Cher. And up until recently in the penthouse suite was Dame Helen Mirren. And when Cher lived in that building, she wrote letters to our company. She complained about us telling you where she lived. And eventually she got so fed up, she decided to move. And I will point it out. Was right on the Thames years ago. It was at one stage over 30% of cargo in London was being stolen. So that's why they formed the Thames River Police over 250 years ago. Along the river was rows of warehouses filled with cargo. When the shipping come to an end in this part of the river, a lot of the warehouses were left derelict for many years, and lots of them were knocked down. But all these buildings today are luxury apartments. Look on top of those buildings to our left, you'll see the word wharf. You'll see a lot of that up and down the river. The word wharf, it stands for warehouse at river front.
Oh.
That's what a wharf is, a warehouse.
Never knew that. Yeah, that's Professor Whitby, you're right, yeah.
And there's another very nice riverside pub on the left-hand side. A small white building next to the willow tree. That's the prospect of the... So don't get the wrong idea about it. We pointed out all of these pubs in here. You see, being the captain, we have to try our very best to go and visit all of these riverside pubs after work. And that's the house for people. If you had a canal boat today went through the entrance, you could make your way onto the Grand Union Canals. You could make your way up to this country's most northern cities. You could get to places like Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham, say through the small lock entrance on up. And for those of you on board who have seen the very popular programme, Peaky Blinders, a lot of that was filmed in the canal systems here in London and of course up in Birmingham as well.
That part.
Canary Wharf.
Oh yeah. Totally right.
This part of the east end on our left is known as Limehouse. The terrace of houses on the left, that's a narrow street. You see the house, it's got a yellow statue of a man in the garden, and behind it is a pink wall. That is home to Sir Ian McKellen, who some of you may know better as Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. That's his house. Ian McKellen also owns the pub a few doors back. The first white building on the left, it has the gold lettering, it's called the Greats.
I heard about that, I think.
Charles Dickens, he lived in the attic of that pub and he wrote his book, Our Mutual. Okay, another very nice riverside pub, the Greats of Limehouse. There was actually a bunch of us. The Silver Champagne Ice Bucket. Okay, that's our little tip. I think let's feel free, everybody, to chuck a cup of the bomb into the bucket. What you may feel right through the first day on now. For those of you on board today who may be...
I think we're going to Greenwich now, and I believe that's the Cutty Sark up ahead there. I'm not sure if we're going to go on board it. I think it cost too much. And we're a bit tired anyway, so we've got other places to go, but you'll get to see the outside of it.
College as well. Can you see them two little domes?
Yeah.
That's a Naval College.
Yeah, that's the Naval College, so more maritime and nautical history. Feeling the waves now, aren't you?
To see the view to the right at the top of the hill, just coming into view at the top of the hill, that red bricked castle-like building, and that's the Greenwich Royal Observatory. You see the T-bar with the red ball at the bottom, and 5 to 1 every day, the red ball blanks the mast. At exactly 1 o'clock, the ball will drop, and that's when Greenwich Mean Time is. It's up there where east meets west, and where time is set throughout the world. So I would highly recommend the walk up here if possible. They get a great view over London.
What was he talking about?
A 20-minute walk from the pit. The ship, the Cutty Sark, the old tea clipper, holds many records from crossings from China back to Europe. And ahead of the boat, the 2 large Whites buildings, the old Greenwich Naval Colleges. That's where the Navy was trained years ago. Today, Greenwich University. So in Greenwich, there's lots of indoor and outdoor markets, bars, restaurants, so it's well worth getting off here, having a walk around. The returning boats today, we are the next boat going upriver. We leave here straight away, and after us, they're every 30.
Lisa reckons this is the best pub in Greenwich.
London.
In London even, I'm not sure I've even been here before, to be honest. It's the Trafalgar. Most of the pubs here in Greenwich have got nautical names. We've seen the Gypsy Moth, Spanish Galleon.
Mayflower.
Is there a Mayflower? We passed one, didn't we? Actually further down, they talked about it on a boat where they actually met up before, you know, that was Rotherhithe, where the actual Mayflower sailed to Plymouth from Rotherhithe, picked up the soon-to-be Americans, because they weren't Americans at the time, they were still English and Dutch or whatever, but they moved to the New World, which eventually became called America. I'm not too sure if it was called America then, but anyway, I digress. But this is a Trafalgar Tavern where we may have a beer. We're at the Royal Maritime Museum now. So the National Maritime Museum, not the Royal but National. Yeah. Oh, there's the thing with the red ball that drops. Yeah. So, as well as doing the maritime stuff today, I want to do a separate video. I might make it the same video though. We're going to go up there. That's the Greenwich Meridian starts there. That's the Royal Observatory, where all the time stuff came from, where we ship time out to the rest of the world. And there's a red ball there on top of that building. I can just zoom in on it. And every where is it? Every day at 1 o'clock. I can't even see where it is on this big camera.
It drops.
Yeah, every day at 1 o'clock the ball drops. That means it's 1 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. Well, I want to show a couple of quick comic books while we're here. That's with some ships on them, because otherwise you'll think that I've not brought them with me. So here we go, got some boats, some boat-related comics for the Maritime Museum. There you go. So I've carried loads of them all the way here. I think this is a hovercraft, this is cheating. And I haven't shown it yet. There's a boat with a tank on it. There's a boat being attacked by giant gorillas and octopuses. For an attack. Maybe I'll show the rest later, because we want to get out of here now. Alright, almost out of battery. Definitely out of money. It's 20 quid to get in the observatory, she didn't go in there. 28 quid to get on the Belfast, we didn't go on there. And I think it was 20 quid for the Cutty Sark as well. So we just got shots outside. And hopefully I'll put it together. Show some time related comics, show some ship related comics. And we've got sore feet now, we've got to get home. So yeah, that'll do for this Comics on Location. Yeah, feel free to make your own and tag us in it if you want to let us know where you've been. Anyway, we're off. Cheerio, bye. As if this video wasn't long enough, I'm going to show you these comic books again because I'm not sure how well they came out on the video. So here's Demon and Batman fighting on a ship. Here's Batman and Clayface, the original Clayface, fighting on a ship. Here's Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos on a little dinghy, shaking their fists at a giant Nazi boat. This one's a hovercraft, so I'm not really sure if that counts. Right, then we got some U-boat action there and a tank falling off a boat. We got a boat being attacked by giant gorillas and yeah, octopuses. Right, we've got war and attack here. We've got an old junk, old Chinese junk, and you got this, yeah, boats fighting each other. Here we've got the Sea Hag, and there's a little tiny boat there that she's attacking. Right, Red Sonja aboard a little boat. Conan on board a little boat. There's Aquaman on board a dolphin with a boat in the background. And the fisherman, the sensational supervillain out to hook Aquaman. Codename Assassin, he's attacking this boat. We've got the Tempest, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Here we see in the background here a Spanish galleon looking boat. Oh, yes. We've got Cole on board a ship. We've got lovely Madame Xanadu with some ships at the bottom of the page here. Aquaman on a sunken ship. The pirate who plundered Atlantis. Aquaman again.
on a sailing ship fighting zombie pirates on the looks of it. Conan famously meeting Belit on a ship. The, what was it called, the ship? She's the Queen of the Black Coast, was it? No, I can't remember the name of the ship now. Anyway, whatever. Right, here's House of Secrets with a murderous figurehead on front of a ship. And the House of Mystery with a ghost harpooning the captain of a ship. Right, for time-related comics, because we're at the Greenwich Meridian, the observatory, where they make time at the observatory and they ship it around the rest of the world. We've got Atom in a watch. We've got Atom being attacked by a watch, which I believe is the first appearance of Kronos, the time bad guy. Right, you've got somebody dead in a clock. We've got a dead thing emerging from a clock. It's midnight, why hasn't the clock rung? The thing in the clock. And we've got some time travel comics from Rip Hunter, Time Master. He's disobeying the rules of time by going backwards and all sorts, meeting different people from history and having wacky adventures, dangerous adventures. There he is in England, meeting one of the queens. Gonna die in London Tower. We passed that one, was on the riverboat. The missing link monster. But yeah, some time related comics, and there he's getting off with his head. Right.